This is Iceland for you in the beginning of April. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's just lovely. So the cinema I'm going to now is in the mall Smáralind, which is now about 25 years old. And when it came out, it got some real heavy backlash in the news for looking like something very specific from above. Well, draw your own conclusion. So I've actually been wondering why I haven't gone and seen Project Male Harry yet. I'm gonna go see it now, but it's been out in the cinemas for a couple of weeks at least. And this used to be the sort of film that I would have gotten to see. I mean, I would have gotten excited, but I just rarely get excited anymore for films. And Ryan Gosling himself actually said that people need to make more great films for the audience to be able to go and see movies. You know, that's the thing. I mean, Ryan Gosling in space. That sounds charming, doesn't it? It should be, right? I just don't have much hope, but you know, maybe a new hope will rise. Okay. Maybe the Emperor will strike back later. We'll see. I'm wondering if you people are interested in going to the cinema because of some specific actors, because I feel I'm not as excited as I used to be seeing, like, oh, there's a movie with this actor, you know. It used to be more of a phenomenon, I feel. I feel like modern cinema, in a way, is more about characters rather than actors, like these superhero movies and stuff like that. So this is the feeling that I have. I'm wondering if you can relate to that. But also because this guy, Reginald Kegler, mentioned it in one of his latest videos. He's really pumping out videos, a new guy on YouTube, pumping out videos on physical media. We're a nice guy, very cozy guy to listen to. So yeah, check him out. Anyways, let's go into the cinema. So here we are, let's go get us some popcorn now, shall we? You know, I was once in America, New Jersey, in the cinema there, very nice cinema. And I got a large popcorn, I got a small popcorn, which looked like a large popcorn here. Look at this, you know. Here we can go if you want to travel into space. And yeah, people, you know, just cinema vibes going on. And this is actually the new screening place, Fløyel, with Fløyel seats. Should be cozy, and we'll see. Let's go in there. Yes, let's travel into this place, shall we, together. Look at all these posters. Yeah, this is an Icelandic cinema for you guys. Tell me if you like to see this stuff. Okay, so this is where the magic is supposed to take place. Okay, it's a nice big enough screen. Let's take those seats out. Yeah, what can I say? 5 hours later, this is what you get. That is Iceland for you. It's also bipolar. That's how it is. Well then, I saw Project Hail Mary in the cinemas yesterday, so I've had some time to digest it, and I was hoping that this would be the film that would make me excited to go see films in the cinema again, you know, new films, because I've mentioned sometimes on this channel that I'm not super excited for modern cinema anymore, not as I used to be. Anyways, the trailers that came before this film, Disclosure Day, The Drama, June 3, and Jackson, were all films, all trailers that I thought to myself, yeah, you know what, I might just be interested in that, especially The Drama and Jackson. The Drama looks like a film that sort of has this early 2000s vibes, which I found very charming. And the Jackson film looks like it could be this awesome biographical, and you know, some images were like very, really interesting from the trailer. Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg film, based on the trailer, it looks like it could be a little convoluted. I mean, I can't go by the trailer itself, you know, but I'm hoping it will be good. And June 3 looks like, you know, an awesome spectacle to see on the big screen. I didn't get super hyped, but, you know, I hope it's good. So these were all trailers that I thought to myself that I might go and see the film, which was a nice experience. Now, let's talk about Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary, yeah. Okay, so the film starts off in the first sort of, yeah, let's say first hour. It's not boring, but it's not extremely engaging either, right? But I would encourage you people to give this film a chance if you find it a little bit boring in the first half, because it really takes off in the second half. Now, there are really nice character dynamics between Ryan Gosling and this actor that plays his colleague Carl. They have this sort of like a buddy cop banter vibe that I feel like, I mean, they could be like in a film, but there's really little of that. But I like that actor. I've never seen him before, I think. So But the heart of the film is the relationship that Ryan Gosling has with his very special character named Rocky in space. And I have to say, in all honesty, that that friendship in this film might just be one of the most beautiful friendship that I have ever seen on screen. That is really, really the heart of this film. Because these, character dynamics are very unusual. It feels very earned. It feels earned through the process of problem solving, this isolation that they have there in space. I'm also happy with the way that they chose to tell the story back and forth before he went to space and when he is in space. I mean, what happened? Why is he alone in space? It's also very interesting to see the progression of Ryan Gosling from Half Nelson to Blade Runner to this, always being this good actor, but always becoming something a bit more. And he's playing this character that feels like it could have been rather bland and rather uninteresting, but he takes it on another level with perfect comedic timing and really, really emotes in the scenes that really require that of him. Great in those dramatic scenes. I have to admit, out of the few films that I've seen that came out in 2025 and 2026, this is the best film that I have seen. No doubt. The special effects in this film are, of course, what you expect. A little bit CGI heavy, obviously. My mind goes that direction sometimes, like, it's like too much. It just does that automatically. But I try to shut it off and I try to just be immersed. And most of the time, I was really immersed in this film and I could believe that Ryan Gosling was there, isolated in space. And there was actually this one scene that when the film had its first sort of like real strong moment, and I was just almost in tears, just because of the fact that how immersed I was in it. And I really felt it. The music really came in strong, but it didn't take over the scene. Sometimes there comes some music in this film that is sort of weird, sort of takes over the scene, but it's also very, very interesting choice of music. And I just think they really did a good job with the script and the atmosphere and those northern lights in space, sort of, because in Iceland you get northern lights, and I felt like I was seeing northern lights in space at times. So you know what, guys? Yeah, I'm sort of interested to go into the cinema again and hope for some new films. And I'm also interested in checking out more of these niche films that have come out since the 2020s. So maybe I could do a video on the top 10 films that came out, since the 2020s. See some 50 more films and then decide on that if that is something that you guys are interested in. Because if you dig deep, you will find some treasure, just like Edmond Dantes did in The Count of Monte Cristo, which is one of the best films that I have seen in recent years. Comte de Monte Cristo. Anyways, good people, thanks for tuning in. And if this was your first video on the channel, you might want to consider subscribing. I mean, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, you know what? Until next time, keep your movies close and your physical media closer.